Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In today's physics class, I would like to introduce you to a concept of measurement of what? Heat energy. Students find it difficult, very difficult to solve problems on heat energy, and I will take my time to break it down very well to your own understanding. Then, before I will start, what is heat? We say heat is the total internal energies of a body. Heat is the total internal energy of the body, or energy that is transferred from one body to another as a result of difference in temperature. If the temperature of the two bodies are the same, heat cannot be transferred from one body to another. Heat transfer only occurs when there is difference between the temperature of the two bodies, and when they are the moment they are in contact, the heat will be transferred from a body at higher temperature to a body at lower temperature. Then the amount of heat that is added or removed from a body depends on three factors. Amount of heat removed or added to a body depend on three factors. Number one, the mass of the body. The mass of the body. Number two, change in temperature. Change in temperature of the body. And the third one is nature of the body, which we call specific heat capacity. These are the three factors that determine the amount of heat supplied or removed from a body. And we say that the heat required to change a unit mass of a body is directly proportional to the mass of the body and its change in what? In temperature. The heat required to change a unit mass of a body is directly proportional to the mass of a body and the change in temperature. Very important point. Now, from this explanation, we see that heat H is proportional to mass N and mixed word multiplication, change in temperature. Change in temperature, delta theta. Then from this relation, we have H is proportional to mass times change in what? In temperature. H is proportional to M change in temperature. To remove the sign of proportion to a sign of equal, to change a proportional sign to equality sign, we have H, we multiply a constant to the right hand side of the equation. And the constant we multiply is C times M change in temperature. At the end we have H equals to MC change in temperature, which gives us what? Equation 1. This is the formula that will determine the amount of heat that will supply into the body. And it contains all the three factors, which is the mass of the body, nature or specific capacity of the body, and change in temperature of the body. Now, if you divide equation 1 by M change in temperature, we say that divide both sides of equation 1 by M change in temperature. We have H over M change in temperature equals to MC change in temperature over what? M change in what? Temperature. Change in temperature cancel change in temperature. Mass cancel mass. What remains is C is equals to H over what? M change in temperature, which gives us equation what? 2. So from this equation, we can determine the SI unit of specific heat capacity. Heat is measured in joule, mass is measured in kilogram, and temperature is measured in what? Kelvin. That means that the SI unit of what? Specific heat capacity is what? Joule per kilogram per Kelvin. That is the SI unit. Now, definition of terms we have in this equation is H that is there. H is equal to heat. N is mass. M is mass. Delta theta is change in temperature. And C there is what? Specific heat capacity. C is specific heat capacity. Then what is the meaning of specific heat capacity? We define specific heat capacity as the quantity of heat required to change a unit mass, to change the temperature of a unit mass of a body by 1 degree Kelvin. Specific heat capacity is defined as the quantity of heat required to change the temperature of a unit mass of a body by 1 degree Kelvin or 1 degree what? Celsius. Now, the SI unit of specific capacity is what? I stated it here, is joule per kilogram per Kelvin. Then other terms we use in measurement of heat energy is heat capacity or thermal capacity. Heat or thermal capacity. Heat or thermal capacity is defined as the quantities of heat required to change the temperature of a body by 1 degree Kelvin. Now, the difference from this definition, we can see that heat is equal to what? Specific thermal capacity times what? Change in temperature of the body. H is equal to Cp, change in temperature. The Cp there stands for what? Heat capacity. And we all know what H stands for. H is heat. And why this one, delta theta is what? Stand for change in what? In temperature. So if you make Cp or thermal capacity, sort of the formula from this question, we have what? Cp is equals to H over what? Change in temperature. Then the unit is what? Is Joule over what? Kelvin. Which you can write it as what? Joule per what? Kelvin. This is the SI unit of thermal capacity. So if you are asked to differentiate between specific heat capacity and thermal capacity, is that we use what? One, their definition to differentiate them. Number one difference between specific heat capacity and thermal capacity is that specific heat capacity is the quantities of heat required to change the temperature of a unit mass of a substance by 1 degree Kelvin, while the thermal capacity is the quantities of heat required to change the temperature of a body by 1 degree what? Kelvin. The other difference is that the specific heat capacity of the body depends on the mass of a body. The specific heat capacity depends on the mass of the body, while in thermal capacity, thermal capacity does not depend on the mass of the body. The third difference between specific capacity and thermal capacity is that specific capacity have a unit of joule per kilogram per Kelvin, while thermal or heat capacity have a unit of what? Joule per what? Per Kelvin. So these are the three differences between what? The three of them. And there's a relationship that is between what? This specific capacity and what? Thermal capacity. How do we get the relationship? From Formula 1, we say that heat H is equal to N C change in what? Temperature. Another formula is that H is equal to Cp change in what? In temperature. Let's say this is what? 2. Now, this C that is here in Formula 1 stands for specific heat capacity, while the Cp stands for what? Thermal or heat capacity. If H equals to this and H is equal to this, it means that we can equate the two of them. It means that Cp change in temperature is equal to what? MC change in temperature. Change in temperature on this side can cancel this change in temperature. At the end we have what? Cp is equal to MC. This is the formula that shows the relationship between what? Heat capacity and thermal. So from this formula, we say that heat capacity is equal to the product of mass times what? Specific heat capacity. Heat capacity is equal to the product of mass of a body times specific heat capacity. Example 1 on measurement of heat energy. We say that we have this question to solve for the quantities of heat that will be given out when 350 grams of brass is cooled from what? 95 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius. And in a bracket here, they give us specific heat capacity of brass to be what? 380 joule per kilogram per Kelvin. So what do we do here? The first thing to do in solving problem in physics is to highlight all the data, all the numerical value in the given question. From here, we say that what is the quantities of heat? Heat, we don't know it. That will be given out when 350 grams of brass N is equal to 350 gram. Convert this to what? To kilogram. We have what? 0.35. And how do we convert from kilogram to gram? From gram to kilogram, we divide by what? 1000. That will give us 0.35 kilogram. They say that what? That is cooled from what? 95 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius. Change the temperature is equal to 95 minus 20, which is what? 75 degree what? Celsius. And in the bracket open, they say specific heat capacity is equal to what? 380 joule per kilogram per Kelvin. So the formula to use, since the mass of the substances and specific capacity are given, we are using this formula. H is equal to MC change in temperature. From the given data, M is 0.35, C is 380 times the change in temperature, which is 75. So we have this M, that is 0.35 times 380 times 75. So if you multiply 0.35 times 380 times 75, it will give us 9,975 joule. The SI unit of heat is joule. So the final answer is 9,975 joule.